Hi, welcome to the second session on Creo. In this session, we'll going to cover the topic regarding Creo software, introduction to Creo. Creo is a leading 3D design program, 3D design program used by many of the top product development companies in the world. This Creo software is majorly being used in automotive industries, aerospace industries, and other consumer industries. Creo software is a product of PTC, which was before uh, famous with the name of Pro E. Until Pro E5, there were five versions of Pro E, and the sixth version of Pro E is Creo. Now Creo we have 2.0 is available, 3.0 is available, and Creo 4.0 version is also available. In this training sessions, in these sessions, we are going to use Creo 2.0 Creo 2.0, which is educational version. So Creo licenses are available for purchase. You can purchase it through PTC. They have some fixed price for it. And educational purpose, the students can directly download an educational purpose software which is free through PTC site, which is free through PTC site. Now, there is a modeling process in Creo. What are the steps are involved from start to end, how to use Creo software? It is explained in the form of few steps. Creo parametric modeling process involves the following steps. So the first step in the Creo parametric modeling process is set up units and basic datum geometry. Setting up units in the sense whether you are using inches or we are going to use metric system, and the basic datum geometry is the front plane, top plane, and the right plane. And the second step is to determine the type of the base feature, the first solid feature of the design, which is from the bottom up approach or the top down approach. There are two types of approaches how a model can be done. Okay, by first by building the base, and then we can keep on building the model whichever we want. So for these features like extrude, revolve, and sweep operations can be used. These are the common features which are used for creating models. These are the common features which will be used for creating models. So and the next step is creating a rough two-dimensional sketch. So creating a rough two-dimensional sketch before extruding or revolve, we need to create a two-dimensional sketch, rough sketch, base sketch. And then after applying it, we need to modify its constraints and dimensions. We need to draw the drawings whatever according to our dimensions, whatever the length, whatever the height. Okay, according to these dimensions, according to our dimensions, our drawing dimensions or the design dimensions, we need to dimension our two-dimensional sketch, and we need to constrain our two-dimensional sketch. Constrain in the sense whether a line is perpendicular to a different line, whether it is a parallel to another line, whether there is to be a tangency or cylindricity. All these constraints can be given in a 2D sketch. In the next step is transforming the two-dimensional parametric sketch into a 3D feature. So this to transform a two-dimensional sketch into a 3D feature, we will use extrude revolve operations. We will use extrude revolve operations. So in this phase, a 2D is transformed into 3D. A 2D drawing is transformed into 3D. And the next step is add additional parametric features by identifying feature relations and complete the design. Any additional parametric features is if there is a hole feature, if there is a threaded part, if it is a threaded part, if it is a threading is there, and if there is a slot, a T slot is there, some other features can be added to finish the product, to bring a product from to a finished state. And the next step is perform analysis simulations such as finite element analysis, cutter path generation, CNC on a computer model, and refine the design as needed. Once whatever the model we have created in using Creo software following these steps, that need to be validated. That validation is done using FEA. Whether the whatever the model we have created, it will withstand to the stresses or the environment or the working conditions. So that can be analyzed using simulations. If some parts or some design is weak, that can be redefined and design can be changed. And the final step is documenting the design by creating desired 2D and 3D drawings. So this is the final step. This is an important step, creating of a 2D drawing for the manufacturing. for to give it to the manufacturers or to send it to our manufacturing firm. This is a very important point. All the 3D drawings which are created, you need to create a detailed drawings or a drafting of those each and every component. And if it is an assembly, we can create an assembly drawing also. We can create an assembly drawing also, which we are going to provide to our manufacturers, who are going to use those drawings and produce those drawings using machines, various machines. And one special feature which has is a CNC path generation. CNC path can be directly generated. CNC coding can be directly generated, which can be used in modern day CNC machines. So this is the modeling process in Creo. There are 8 steps which we have covered. Now let's come to Creo Parametric. It is a PTC product. You can get a licensed version purchased from PTC, or you can download a educational version which is free for a trial period of 3 to 4 months. Once you install it, installation procedure is easy. Once you install it, this is the icon which you will see on your desktop. This is the Creo Parametric icon. To open Creo and to work on it, you need to double click. You need to double click on it. Once you double click, the Creo parametric site will open up. This is the window. This is the basic window. And first thing need to be done is setting a working directory. Before working on any project, setting up of a working directory is very much important, because whatever the files you create, every files, temporary files and the part files, everything gets stored here. So select this set working directory icon. This window will pop up. Select the drive or the common drive where you are going to store it, where you want your models need to be stored, in your shared drive or in your personal drives. And the next step is, once you have done this, and the next step is to create a part model. To create a part model, you can use this new icon which will be seen here, this new create new model icon. So once you click on this model icon, this window will get popped up. This window will get popped up. So using this new window, popped up window, you can use either create sketch, you can create part, you can create a new assembly file, a manufacturing file, drawing file, a format file, report file, diagram, notebook and markup, everything. Now we will see the other things what will come up. Though here they are using part files. Part file is used for creating a 3D model, only a 3D model. Assembly is used for creating an assembly. All these 3D parts we will assemble it in this assembly file. This drawing module is being used to create the drawings of these parts and assemblies, how it is used. So here we can use solid model and sheet metal also. So once if you click on any of it, and if you click, for an example, if you take this part and if you click, write a part name, remove this default, uncheck this default template, and once you press OK, this window will pop up. So here you are going to define in what systems unit systems you are going to model, whether it is a part solid inch system or whether it is a part solid metric system you are going to model. Choose appropriately and select OK based on upon need. So once this step is done, the next step is this window will pop up. So this is the general Creo parametric window. Okay, in the next step we will see what it is there. So this is the workable area. I have put a graphic here, the 3D model figure. This is the workable area. This is here, and this is a quick access toolbar. This is the model tree which shows all the features which we have drawn, all the features, all the assembly features and everything. This is the model tree. So this is the group. The grouping is done as per the new type of softwares which are available. These are the other buttons. This is a graphic toolbar which is being used. Now the one major important thing in Creo software is the datums. There are 3 datums. One is front, top and right plane. So this is been explained here. So this is the front plane. Here you can see it is front plane, and this is the top plane, and this is the right plane. So in this way it won't be illustrated in the software, it will be in this way. So for the explanation purpose I have shown this here. So this is the front plane. Based upon that which plane we are going to draw, which plane we are going to use, you can use this software accordingly. So this is the front plane, top plane and right plane. And these are few of the dynamic views. For the dynamic viewing operations we can use this For the dynamic viewing operations, you can use this tools for 3D mode and 2D and 3D mode. For spinning, you can click on middle button and move the mouse. For, for zoom, you can scroll the middle scroller button. For panning, you can click the middle button and then move accordingly. So this is regarding the introduction to Creo.